Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot. How are we all today, this evening, wherever you are in the world? I've just finished uploading a reading on the new moon in Aquarius. I actually recorded that on my camera. It's a new camera. It gives beautiful crystal clear visions of the cards. Takes a long time to upload, so what I'll do is I'll switch between the two, my laptop recording device and the camera. And, occasionally you'll see just my hands and those beautiful cards when I feel that that's the best way to do it. But then you'll see me and the curtains, and hopefully we'll get some of those beautiful orbs that will show up as well. Today's reading, or one of today's readings, because I will get to the impeachment of Trump in a latter reading. I'll do a couple of short readings today, was the deal between Buckingham Palace, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, which allowed them to effectively step back. When it was first presented, it was a stepping back as senior royals, but still retaining some of those duties to the monarch, and of course switching between Canada and the UK. After the deal, I found really it was presented like they were punished in some way. Harry lost all his military appointments, which must have been a real blow to Prince Harry. They also have to pay back the renovations on Frogmore Cottage. And, really it looks a bit like an abdication might look. It looks a bit like they came out of it with permission to go, basically. That's all the deal gave them, permission to go. And not much else. So they will retain their patronage, those charities and organisations they're patrons of. However, they will do all of that work pro bono, I guess. How they will make money or an income to live in the future is not so clear. Harry's speech the other night at one of his original charities, the HIV/AIDS charity, was quite telling insofar as he said, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have stepped my family away from everything that I know and have known all my life if it wasn't necessary. He has said there was no other choice. So the readings that I've done show that he was really genuinely worried about not just Meghan's safety, but the young Archie's safety. It's interesting that Meghan and Archie stayed in Canada, weren't a part of the negotiations. My previous reading has shown these negotiations have been ongoing for some time. That has been confirmed by Prince Harry, who said they had been in talks for months and months over matters that had been impacting for years on them. So there's a lot more to it that we don't know, and of course that's what my reading showed. Now I've had to delete some really ugly comments about Meghan Markle on this channel. Straight up, anyone who's watching this, yes, if you want to call it sides, I feel it's much better to say I choose kindness, not ignorance, not nastiness. I choose kindness. Then please don't watch this reading because it's not for you. If you feel you've got the right to judge somebody that you don't know and be incredibly nasty and ignorant, and if you feel you've got that right, this channel's not for you, because I can tell you don't have that right. So we'll lead with kindness toward this couple. They're not in government. They are part of a monarchy that they've now stepped away from. They have a right to privacy, and everyone has a right to politeness, and that's what we do on this channel. No matter how we feel about somebody, we keep it out of the gutter. So, having said that, let's have a look. I want to know how does Prince Harry feel about this deal, which actually saw him really having to relinquish all those military connections. He was head of various, I think, various parts of the British Army. Sort of, well, the Queen is the commander in chief, but certainly the captain or whatever his title was. He's had to relinquish all of that, and of course we know he spent many years in the military. There are stories around that he protected, including protected those in the army that needed protection. He's a very courageous person, and I think he strives to do what's right. I feel when he says he was given no other choice, I feel that he means that. So let's have a look. Rather a harsh deal, going a little bit further or a lot further than what they had asked for. The question is, why did the Queen do that? Was Prince Harry, happy about relinquishing those military titles and about completely having to repay money? It almost sounded like they were being punished. Was Harry happy about this deal? I don't think he was. I'm using my Celtic tarot deck. So straight up we have Merlin, which is equivalent to the Magician. So that's showing actualizing something into reality. This is a deal. I feel that they probably would have taken anything at this point. Such was their feeling about needing to step back. When someone says they have no other choice, then I'm going to believe them. Their challenge was always going to be money. Freedom and independence, and having the financial resources to meet their needs. That I feel is going to be an issue in the future. I feel that at the same time they can't obviously commercialise themselves, and they're not receiving any public funding at all. So they're going to be doing a lot of charity work, and it seems to me that this having enough finances to meet their needs could be a little bit challenging, and that indeed could have been what has held up negotiations in the past. Foundation of the reading is the Chariot, and this is really when we've got something new that comes forward. The real trick is controlling those dragons. One's black, one's white. This is hang on, grab your seat, strap yourself in, because the ride could get a little bit bumpy. However, it's going very quickly, and I feel again they really, if they've been in talks for some time and releasing the statement that they did after the new year without the palace's knowledge was a way of forcing the palace's hand. So things are now moving very quickly. The Three of Shields, the Three of Pentacles, this is really needing to fix something in the past, but it's also around negotiations, and I feel significant negotiation was around that monetary aspect, how they would be financially independent in the future. We've got the Seven of Swords. Now, this is a thief that steals into the camp. How does he feel? He feels like he's been, well, I won't say deceived, but he's not happy. How does he feel? He feels that it's, now I've just got somebody touching my head because that's quite a strong card. Quite a strong card, and I did pick up the energy of Princess Diana yesterday, and in fact I did record a reading that I wasn't comfortable in releasing, because it did feature a lot of what she was saying, and I didn't want to trivialize it. But now that I'm sitting here, I'm getting a very heavy ringing in my ears, and I'm getting somebody touching my hair. And this occurred when I pulled this card. This is deceit, deception, and lies. So I feel at the bedrock of this deal was that Harry didn't see something coming. Prince Harry and Meghan were shocked in some way with what was brought forward. Now, obviously the courtiers, the palace hierarchy, the palace machine, the monarchy, the system, were the ones that were doing these negotiations. But obviously the Queen, his father, his brother, were also right there in the loop. This just seems to me like he was blindsided a little bit. that things came forward a bit too quickly, or that they forced the palace's hand. But there was some kind of strategy in return here that wasn't. Seven of Swords is a card of deceit. It's the card of somebody taking something away. I feel the military commissions, the military titles Harry had, is where he feels a great blow. And with this card, I'm afraid it is looking like perhaps that might have been a step too far. I don't know. Let's have a look. How does he feel? The King of Swords. This is around bringing forward fairly decisive action. It's around the truth, the King of Swords. This is also the lawyers, the attorneys. That's in the immediate future. So I feel this might be some pushback. Going to be some pushback on just how far this went, and whether or not it was entirely necessary to completely clean the slate and leave them with absolutely nothing and no choice but to completely step away. It could be their lawyers are also in negotiations. We have the Page of Shields. To me, in the here and now, it's almost as like we're going to be hearing some kind of leaks coming out around this. It's not a happy camp. It wasn't a happy camp. When I say that, I mean the negotiations took a turn at some point, I feel, where it was a compromise. It compromised Prince Harry. He didn't expect it to go all the way, and we could have some leaks as a result. Yep, the environment around is the Page of Cups. This is almost like a whistleblower. These are pages, but I do feel that we're going to get some kind of news around the money, and also now the palace has been accused of strategically leaking things in the past. They may do so again, but this Seven of Swords is like the thief that goes behind someone's back. So I feel that he was broadsided a bit. The hopes and the fears, they had hope for more support than what they were actually given. Now there is a huge argument brewing in Canada and in the UK over who is going to pay their security bill. So what they were hoping for and what they got were two different things. They didn't get the support that they were wanting. The Page of Wands, communication, 3 pages. So this is an unfolding story sitting right next to that Seven of Swords. This is going to be communication. We could hear in the months to come around how they felt at different times. Now we know that Princess Diana took the unprecedented or unusual step, I guess, of bringing the media into her relationship with the palace. Is this what we're going to see with Prince Harry and Meghan? We have the Nine of Cups here, which is it's interesting. I chose this deck for a reason. It's generally wish fulfillment, but it can be the merchant as well. The person in this card, there is the moon is hidden from our view, and we've got someone's head on a platter. There are cobwebs around the cups and the bowls, suggesting that this is an institution that may need overhauling. And we've got the past. Okay, so the past and that nine of cups and the Page of wands. So we're going to be hearing some sort of communication. This is also them starting out. It's almost like the judgment card has come forward. This is a necessary ending, and of course a starting of something new. And this Page of Wands is suggesting this is Meghan and Harry as they start their new life. Wish fulfillment at another level is actually not a bad card for them to get. I feel that they will do well in the future around the communication platforms that they've got. And we've got something going back, a gift from the past. Let's just pull one more card. No, this is standing their ground. Standing their ground, but it's also self-defense. So some of their history is going to be raked through. The media aren't going to let go. Again, another aspect of this communication. We could have the Megan's family who have already been on TV, and I just want to make a comment about Megan's father. Of course, the Megan's sister has been on as well. But imagine if your father, the greatest probably crisis in your life has arisen. You're taking on the monarchy, no small feat, and your father, your own flesh and blood, goes on the TV and takes the side of the monarchy and says you're responsible for trashing it, you should be ashamed, etc. This is your own father. So again, the media's irresponsibility in straight away going to Megan's family and allowing them to trash her the way that they do. They're going to make the most of their own communication platforms, I feel. However, I think some dirty tricks are going to come forward now. This is also the court case because I went to Megan's father. They will be defending themselves in court, and of course, this is just going to provide more fodder for the tabloids. Right at the moment, at the base of the pack, we've got the Moon card, something coming to the surface. And of course, this is what we don't know about that deal. We asked, was he pleased? Or, how did he feel about losing those military positions? Whatever the word is, I can't say it. He didn't feel happy about that at all. The Queen of Pentacles could be the Queen herself. There is more to this stepping back and how the palace felt than what we really know. My feeling, my intuition is that they're being punished for something, and I feel this is why I picked up on the energy of Princess Diana. There are so many similarities between what Harry has done and what his mother did, and we've got smoke screens, illusions, delusions, and we have the devil coming forward. So I feel that we're going to see the palace leaking some things, leaking some stories to the press. Are Prince Harry and Meghan the enemy of the monarchy? No. Are we going to see this division that we saw with Princess Diana and the monarchy and all of the pressures that were brought to bear on her? Is this going to be repeated with her son? I feel it is. So let's move to why did Meghan and Archie stay in Canada? Now, my immediate thought was that getting Archie out of the country may have been a deliberate thing, so them not returning. We don't know that the English or the monarchy in Britain is an old established institution. We don't know what secrets lie within those palace walls. We don't know what has been done in the past. We don't know who the alliances are with. We do know that the Princess Margaret couldn't follow her heart. She was stopped from marrying the person of her dreams. We know that a king abdicated for his love. We know that when you go against the monarchy, as we've seen with Princess Diana, there is a huge price to pay. So there are all sorts of conspiracy theories around the way that Princess Diana died. I don't want to get into that. But I do understand, and I did feel yesterday when her energy came forward, I felt what it was like to have a camera thrust into your face. It's not a pleasant feeling. And, hundreds of light bulbs going off at the same time. Was Prince Harry worried about the safety of his wife and child? I think is the question that I'll ask. Was Prince Harry worried about the safety of his wife and child? Was Prince Harry worried about the safety of his wife and child? Was Prince Harry worried about the safety? I'm getting a yes on that one. So we've got Eight of Wands, things coming forward very, very quickly, attacks on his wife and potentially his child, and moving away from that kind of energy, challenged by the Lovers. Okay, so this was, this of course is not so much a challenge, it's how he felt about trying to protect her from the missiles. I see the Eight of Wands as the many, many missiles that were being hurled at her, still hurled at her. You know, as I said, if you've got somebody that marries somebody, a relative, they come to your table. When they leave, what do? You don't pull him or her aside and say, I don't like the partner you've chosen, you've made a mistake, we don't like him or her, we get a bad feeling, they're not for you, and that was the equivalent of what was happening with Prince Harry. There were these incredibly nasty judgments against his wife. Will he stay with her in the long term? Who knows? But it's not our business. All right, the Four of Wands. Okay, so celebrations, coming back to oneself, reunions. I feel that his family is his happy place. I feel that that has healed a wound that has been with him since the loss of his mum. The Eight of Shields. It's interesting. This is the family in the boat, making a journey, having to work really hard to get to where they want to go. That's in the past position. Was he worried about their safety? The Page of Swords. I feel that he could have been worried. He didn't, this is the spy in the palace, so to speak. He didn't trust. He did not trust either the courtiers or the palace staff, or perhaps, I don't know, a member of his family. He did not have trust in the monarchy to protect his wife and child, basically, is what that is saying. The Two of Wands. This is coming forward as a plan, a crossroads, a point that he got to or will get to, where, again, we've got this spy in the camp. I feel my last reading was that there would be these leaks. I feel that this will continue. He understands the machinations. He understands the who's for and who's against, and he does not have complete trust, and it feels as though they could even release some information about Megan's past. Okay, the Two of Shields at the moment, he's very much juggling with one foot in the air, and trying to keep a lot of balls in the air, but of course he's trying to stop and avert tragedy or the ship. He had to make a choice, basically. The history of this card is there are two ships in the background. This person has to make a choice about which ship is allowed to come into shore, which ship he will save. When he said there was no choice, this can be around his wife and his child's safety as well. The Ace of Swords, the truth and acting on the truth. Yes, he was afraid for their safety. He didn't want to repeat a performance of what happened to his mother. When you have the level of vitriol directed at his wife, and again his child, starting to be directed at his child, you've got a monarchy or palace system you don't entirely trust, who's let you down in the past. What are you going to do? Three of Wands in the Hopes position, taking back control, and also stretching there. This is traditionally commerce and trade, becoming independent, taking control of their futures themselves. That was what they hoped to do. Self-defense, absolutely. This is a yes. He was worried, and he is protecting his wife and child. The Ace of Shields, yes, another yes card, mirroring the Seven of Wands. So This could be new starts. It took a lot to get them out of the country. That's why they didn't return, perhaps, because they are situated in another country. They are outside of the UK's borders. If anything was going to happen, it's already in the media. Wow, this is quite serious. We could, again, with this Page of Cups, we could actually have some breaking news occurring on this. Around the deal, but also why they did what they did when they did it. What is at the base of the pack? We've got a healing and a rebalancing. We've got independence, freedom, but also having the finances to sustain that freedom. And we have the Hierophant acting with a higher source, from a higher perspective, getting in touch with your higher selves, but this is also the Monarchy. And we have the Father, which is the Emperor, the control. I feel that the Father, Prince Charles, may actually be helping Prince Harry financially. That's what I feel, out of his own pocket, in order for this healing to occur. It may not be so much Prince Charles, who is in the firing line. It could be the palace system itself, but it appears that his father aided in some way, helped his escape, if you put it like that. And we've got the Ten of Cups, the family card. And family happiness, achieving that peace and happiness. And we've got the World, endings and beginnings. So, okay. So, there is some deceit there at the moment. I don't know where that deceit is coming from. It appears there's a spy in the camp. But these are very powerful forces that Harry was talking about, not just in the media, but within the palace walls itself. Okay, so what else do we want to know? Prince Harry and Prince William, was there ever any truth to the fact that their relationship was strained? And if so, what is it like now? Prince Harry and Prince William, Prince Harry and Prince William's relationship. Show me, Spirit, show me Prince Harry and Prince William's relationship. Prince Harry and Prince William's relationship. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cauldrons, the wish fulfillment, but also the Merchant card as well, challenged by the Seven of Shields. Their relationship changed over the years, and particularly, of course, when Meghan Markle came into the picture. The Seven of Shields is all about review and not achieving your longer-term goals and having to go back to the drawing board. Something changed. What was happy changed again. However, there was a rebalancing that is occurring, a healing. So this is showing me that any problems in the past are now starting to heal. We've got the Queen of Cauldrons, the Queen of Cups. I feel that this is their mother. I don't feel this is Meghan Markle. I don't feel this is Kate Middleton or Princess whatever she is. I'm not really hung up on the royal titles. I feel this is the mother coming in, Princess Diana coming into the reading. This is what is drawing forward their healing. In fact, she could be playing a part in it. But the foundation of the reading is balance and healing and harmony. We've got the Ten of Swords. This is Prince Harry's complete and utter downfall. It's relationships being at their lowest ebb. And we have this Page of Swords. So again, some kind of spy in the camp. Let's keep going. The King of Cups. All right. Now this can be now we've got the Queen and the King of Cups. This can be William, although it's more likely to be Prince Charles. And the environment around is there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I think to restore the trust, and I feel it's on Prince Harry's end. We've got the fear of the ending. Okay, the ending of their relationship. The outcome card, Seven of Cups. There are choices. I do feel that their relationship is undergoing a transition. There are choices to be made. We have the Tower card, and we have the Five of Shields being left out in the cold. So I'm going to look at this reading. Let's just see what's at the base of the pack. I'm going to say that Prince Harry and Prince William, their relationship changed. They have a strong foundation. They are united by what they have in common, and also a healing is going to come through. But right now, both of them, in relation to their relationship, they are facing a tower moment. Okay, so we've got the Knight of Wands at the base of the pack. This is taking action on inspiration. However, a decision, a heavy decision having to be made, and we've got loss. Okay, and again, this struggle, keeping this struggle up. So I can see from that Prince William and perhaps his wife, Catherine, they didn't want Meghan and Harry. They didn't want Harry to leave. Their relationship became under pressure. It's got a solid foundation, which means there could be a healing coming forward for them. But right now, they're facing their tower moment. One or both of them aren't seeing the truth of something. And as a result, they are being, one or both of them is being isolated, left out in the cold. This is a family breakup, I feel, between two brothers. But I do feel that their father will intervene to try and heal this, and I feel that their mother is also assisting them as well. It does show that the foundation, which is the strength of something, the foundation card is Temperance, which is rebalancing, healing and harmony, bringing a balance back into something. It's almost like Prince Harry and Meghan may have felt like the poor cousins, may have felt like they were on the outside of things, and the relationship did struggle as a result of that. But I do feel there's healing coming forward. Perhaps not right now, but the foundation of their relationship should re-emerge. Okay, so let's have a look at how the marriage is going to wear the, I guess, the strain of what is occurring. I mean, this is quite huge when you've got almost like an abdication away from not just the monarchy, but of course that separation from family as well. And it's really quite sad that it came down to this. If the media and those nasty people have just stepped back and thought to themselves, I'm not going to cast that first stone. I'm not going to do it. If the media had have learnt its lesson from how it treated Princess Diana, if there had have been those learnings, then it wouldn't have got to this. So let's have a look at their marriage. How's all of this going to impact on their relationship? Show me Meghan and Harry's marriage. Okay, Two of Cups, very, very strong. Very, very strong partnership is the foundation. We've got challenged by the Queen of Cups. Now, this could be revelations. The Queen can sometimes bring forward some surprising news. This could be the Queen herself, because there's a challenge to their relationship here with this Queen of Cups. All right, let's keep going. The Hanged Man. This card came up a very long time ago. I read on Harry and Meghan, and the Hanged Man came up. It was a bit worrying at the time. It's in the foundation of the reading, because I thought something is stalled, something is not going to progress. This person has to look at something in a different way. So let's keep going and see what's occurring here. It certainly is a loving partnership. It's the relocation, the Six of Swords, the relocation to Canada or somewhere in North America. I don't know where they'll be living. But this movement away from troubled waters toward a new island, a new destination, is in the past. Now, it's apparent to me that they may struggle to begin with, or for some time. They may need to adjust, big adjustments, looking at things in a new light. But yeah, this is the Ten of Wands. It's not going to be easygoing, I think, for either of them. The immediate future, we've got family legacies, family money. That's in the immediate future. I do feel that they're being helped. They're being helped by Prince Charles in some way. The Page of Pentacles in the here and now. This is around the monetary aspect. What's going to be hard is how they earn their money in the future without, again, commercializing the monarchy. Their hands are tied in so many ways. Unfortunately, this deal doesn't leave them with much, except the ability to leave the monarchy or step down. The environment around is its choices, having to make choices. It's left, as I said, it's left them vulnerable. It hasn't really done them any favours. We have the fear position, the ending. This is a marital question, so that something would finish. That's in the fear position, but it's also the ending of a cycle. The Six of Wands is victory, okay? So their marriage they're going to be okay. Their marriage is okay. However, what is challenging them is the devil. And this is greed, this is avarice, this is big money, this is the trappings. And we've got a plan that matures in time, a crossroads. Basically, this reading is showing me that they have pretty much said, I'd rather be poor. I'd rather be poor and a pauper than to continue with the trappings of wealth when I'm not happy. There were obstacles, challenges with this Five of Wands, bickering, family not being cohesive. This is factions, things dividing into factions. The Queen of Shields, this is stability. Or reverse can be instability, but there was a huge question around money. And so until things stabilise, until this healing comes forward, it's going to put a bit of a strain on them. We have the Nine of Wands, battle weary, and unfortunately this deal that they had to take was pretty draconian. But I want to leave with one last, or couple of last cards for the naysayers. We've got the Star of Hope here. There is a lot of love in that marriage, without a doubt, and there is hope that with this new start, that the energies of this downfall, which really was Prince Harry's downfall, they will move on from this. They will grow from this. They will ensure that they do. So there are new starts for them. So from that reading, looking at all those cards, I would say that Prince William and Prince Harry, unfortunately, there was a fracture in their relationship. Their father may have stepped in to try and heal this. Their mother is certainly there trying to heal things between her two boys. And in the end, ultimately, there will be a healing there. But right now, I feel that Prince William, was not happy with the way this went. And there's the father there stepping in. So this is also the Emperor as well. So I'm going to leave that there. I feel that they will be okay, but expect some short-term drama in relation to leaks coming, not just from Meghan Markle's, can I say trailer trash family? Not just that, but it looks like within the palace walls, there looks like there were leaks as well. The big thing that I got from that reading is that he did not feel that his wife and son were safe in the UK. That's the big thing there. And that there may have been those within the palace walls actually undermining him and his wife. So I'm going to leave that there. We'll see how all this pans out. In the longer run, they're going to be stronger because of it. Anyone here that's listening to this reading, if you're not going to choose kindness first, get on your horse and keep going, because this channel's not for you. Thank you for tuning in.